Here's a little update on it. Been a few hours, but I used a big piece of cardboard box and tore it up, shoved it under the other side, and took big pieces over the top and adjusted it so that it trapped heat, and then it, combusted by the heat throughout. So now the two more logs that I threw on this side, I'm hoping will start lighting up, and then I'll have a nice slow burning kindling all the way around. And then of course, safety precautions, I have my hose all the way out here. All it takes is turning it on, grabbing it up, and spraying it. It's wet, the ground's wet, it's been raining, the dirt and ground is all wet. The air with the consistent direction was shooting past the tree, but right now the breeze is changing, so it's going around a little bit. So the concern now is just to watch these cardboard pieces not to blow away. Even though I know that the soil and the leaves and everything is mostly moist and wet, so it wouldn't be able to retain enough heat to combust. If anybody doesn't know much about fire, it's not about the fire, it's about creating enough heat for the material to combust the carbons and break down. And the faster, the more open the fire, the less it burns everything before it lets it go into the atmosphere. The more you can control the fire, the more you can control the carbons that burn, make sure they combust properly. But with all that said, I now have a nice little campfire over top of a tree stump that was once my daughter's little tuffet. But come to find out, because of this water main over here, you can kind of see it a little bit white, I need to get this one. And I already started this stump. I showed it to you in the earlier video. You can't see it right now because it's dark. It's almost 1 in the morning. But yeah, it's nice. I'm just watching this stump cook. I got a piece on top. There's canola oil all soaked in it. And I've got dried, burnt before, and or dead for years, little pieces of log all the way around. So they'll catch heat, hold it, create it, and slowly burn inward, I hope. And I'll just keep TPing over it. That's how you do it. The TP allows air to come in and go up with the heat. So the cool air can come in the bottom and create a stronger burn, and then goes up and out with the exhaust, which is the heat, the combustion. So I'm going to TP around it, kind of like I used the cardboard box before, except that was a reverse. That was holding it in. It was to smolder it a tad to create more heat within the solid burning areas, and then have a easily ignitable material ready to just go up as soon as that heat reaches all the way around. And then it slow burns downward. So now we're going to see where the cardboard's going out, so it's not as much flame and it's more of a nice smoldering heat. You can see I've built those ashes really good. This is where I started the fire. And it's got the side of the stump nice and cherried. See that? So what it's doing right now is that fire here is burning and warming further and further into this stump. That's vaporizing the water, so steaming it off before the fire even needs to get there. And then the cherry just slowly moves inward and it just keeps burning. And so you want to keep adding a little bit more dry, easy to burn fuel to it as it moves inward, or at least push the hot cherries inward to it to TP, get some air to them, and burn up the carbons that hadn't burned up yet. But ultimately, the little breeze is helping some. I keep a shovel and a wheelbarrow handy, dirt ready to throw on it, and everything else. So be careful if you try this. You know, I've cut the grass, everything's green, wet, ready. I would have sprayed down the trees even if everything wasn't already moist, but you can see the fire's in a controlled manner. So thanks for watching and good luck.